the internet, Donna here. I wanted to talk to you today about Dr. B's Dental Solutions products. I have tried 2 of the products so far. I have been using for the last week the Cleanadent Professional Strength Denture and Gum Cleansing Paste and the Adhesident Professional Strength Denture Adhesive Cream Plus Moisturizers. So right away with Cleanadent. On the box, this says that it is ideal for removing denture adhesive and food from dentures, implants, and gums. Removes tobacco and caffeine stains. Recommended for implant dentures, which I don't have yet, but I will. Moisturizes and revitalizes a dry mouth with vitamins A, D, E, aloe vera, coconut, and tea tree oils, and no artificial colors and flavors. So this paste, this Cleanadent paste, is good for your dentures, your mouth, your gums, and your teeth if you still have any. I have a friend who has an upper denture and all of her lower teeth still intact, and she was concerned with still having to use a separate toothpaste for her teeth. Don't have to do it. This is toothpaste also. Now, after using the Cleanadent, and mind you, I use it a few times a day because I will take out my dentures and clean them after eating if I'm at home, or I will go into a public restroom if I'm eating out and clean my dentures after I'm done eating. So this has been amazing for eating out in public, because when I had all of my natural teeth, I used to go into restrooms while I was out eating to brush my teeth after I was done eating, and people look at you a little weird if you're in there brushing your teeth. But I found once I got dentures that if I went in to a public restroom, I would have to kind of stealthily glance around like I'm some, peeper trying to get in there and take upskirt photos underneath the bathroom doors before I would pop out my dentures and rinse them out real quick and pop them back in and hope that I got everything off of them. There's nothing like returning home after eating a nice chicken dinner out somewhere and having your dentures smell like rosemary. But rosemary's a good scent, but I don't want it in the back of my throat for longer than, say, 5 minutes. It was a little weird. So yeah, don't mind my cat licking himself in the background there. What you can't see is that his brother is sitting there with him, doing the same shit. Yeah, so with the Cleanadent paste, I can plop this into my purse on my way out the door, and because I already keep a toothbrush in there, and when I go out to eat, I can go into the bathroom and just brush my teeth without taking them out, and wait for the bathroom to clear out before I pop them out and, brush out the inside real quick and pop them back in. So they get nice and clean. There's no rosemary scent in the back of my throat for longer than 5 minutes. There's no funky aftertaste. I don't have to worry about having food stuck in my teeth. It's just all around awesome. Another day I went to Sprouts Farmers Market and bought, some produce. But among other things, I also bought some cotton candy grapes while I was there. These are the grapes that, the first couple, when you first start eating them, they have this taste when you bite into them just like cotton candy. Now, of course, they're just an extra sweet grape, but they're freaking delicious. So when I got home, I wasn't thinking about it, and I, went ahead and took out my dentures and cleaned them up real good because my adhesive had given up on the bottom. Finally, had let go after having them in for several hours, and by several I mean more than 8. By several, I mean more than 8. So I cleaned out my mouth, I cleaned out all of the remaining adhesident from my dentures, and went ahead and plopped them back in because I can still wear the lower without adhesive. I don't use anything on my upper. But I can do this. I have suction. If I push on the front of it with my tongue right there, they'll come loose. But I don't do that a bunch. Like, I don't sit here and play with it. But anyway, so I wasn't thinking about it, and right after I did that, I plopped 2 cotton candy grapes in my mouth. Well, have you ever brushed your teeth with regular toothpaste and then not thought about it and drank a glass of orange juice or a glass of apple juice, or God forbid, had a piece of grapefruit, yeah, that's not good. And it remains not good for the entire glass of orange juice, for the entire orange that you eat. Like, you don't even finish the orange, do you? Or the apple, do you? You grab a banana because it's the only thing that doesn't taste fucking disgusting after you brush your teeth. So I bit into these two or three, I forget how many it was, grapes, and it was a little on that gross side, just a little. And I was like, well, this isn't so bad, because once I start eating grapes, I love them, so I'm just going to keep eating them. So the first bite was like, ugh, but it wasn't like, ugh, you know what I mean? There's a difference there. So I picked off a few more grapes and plopped them in my mouth, and they were fine. Mouth still feels minty fresh, mind you, but grapes don't taste like ass. So I was actually really, really pleased. And I kept that in the back of my mind, so the next morning after I cleaned my dentures with the Cleanadent and went ahead and, you know, put them in, glued down my lower, whatever, brushed the inside of my face, whatever, I went ahead and had a bagel I didn't have a bagel. What did I have? What did I have for breakfast? I don't remember what I had for breakfast. It wasn't anything that would cause a detriment to your taste buds if you had brushed with minty toothpaste. So I had my breakfast, but I had a glass of apple juice because I finished off the rest of the apple juice that was in the pitcher. And the first swig of apple juice was just a little, but I was able to finish the glass of apple juice over the course of about 10 minutes without any gag reflex, knee-jerk reaction, none of that. And I didn't want to vomit, and my mouth still felt fresh and minty. So to have a minty feeling in your mouth while drinking orange juice, or not, or well, that too, but apple juice, or eating grapes, and not have it taste like absolute butt, was a very pleasant experience for me, and this did that. This makes me think, side note, that while regular toothpaste is great, it has the fluoride in it that your teeth needs, it gets the teeth clean, it kills bacteria, whitens your teeth, helps fight gingivitis, does all these things for you if you have natural teeth. I can't help but think, especially because there are so many natural ingredients in this particular product, and there's your ingredients list right there. It's rather short compared to some of the toothpaste. Glycerin, water, sorbitol, hydrated silica, sodium lauryl sulfate. This is SLS in it. I'm not a big fan of that. If this could be reformulated without SLS, SLS is the thing that makes it foam up. It's a foaming agent. If this could be replaced with SLSA, sodium lauryl sulfoacetate, that would be better. That would be much better because that's a vegetable-based thing. So there's my for this. That's about the only I have for this. Coconut oil, tea tree oil, tocopherol acetate, which is vitamin E, corn oil, which is probably, let's see, cholecalciferol, which is probably your vitamin D, retinol palmitate, which is your vitamin E, or your vitamin A. Retinol is vitamin A, tocopherol is vitamin E, and the cholecalciferol is your vitamin D. Aloe leaf juice. Okay, so about the only ingredient that's in here that I don't agree with is that SLS. If that was SLSA, I would be happier. But anyway, what I was saying about regular toothpaste, it makes me think that the mint flavoring that they use in the regular toothpaste is so high because it's covering up a bunch of chemical tastes. I don't know if you've ever brushed your teeth with baking soda and peroxide, but I imagine that the unpleasantness that is would be very similar to what an unflavored toothpaste would be. And I don't mean, you know, like your Tom's unflavored. I mean like Crest minus the mint. I would hate to taste what that tastes like because of all the stuff that's in it. So those are my notes for Cleanadent paste. Matter of fact, this video's run a little bit long, so I think I will cover Adhesident in another video. But what about you? What are you using to clean your mouth, your dentures, your tongue, your teeth that remain if you have them? I would love to hear all about that. If you could, leave me a comment down below. I love to read and respond to every single one. And that is all that I have for you today. Until next time, be good to each other, keep smiling, and keep being awesome.